Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about.
Yeah.
She's pissed.
Let's. I'm not pissed. But it's a topic that Andy has even mentioned before, right? You will never hear a woman saying that she's bad in bed.
Well, I have been, but not right now.
So sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you something. When the spice so sweet, let me tell you.
Welcome back to another episode.
Episode 43.
Yes, ma'am.
Why haven't you done... Oh, my name is Nimrat.
I'm Ashley.
Why haven't you done the surround challenge?
Firstly,
Actually, if we get 10 comments, Ashley will do the surround challenge. I'm just going to bid you out.
it's okay. 10 comments and I'm
10
going to shake
comments,
my nyash.
And she's going to shake a nyash.
Yes, I'm going to shake my
Goddamn,
nyash.
The girls have been killing it.
Let me tell you,
We'll
honey,
send the clip to Byron. Also.
There's one that has like a compilation.
Yeah.
Oh,
We post that one.
Let me tell you, my friends, mainly men, have just been sending them to me. So I was hanging out with some of them yesterday, and they were just like, why haven't you done this yet? And
I mean,
was
not
like,
even close friends? Like, what is the point of your close friends?
I can't reach the ceiling.
Like,
don't
you climb a stool and reach the ceiling.
It's not close enough.
Get somebody to fit it onto the ceiling.
But yeah, apparently the reason my male friends have been sending me the surround sound challenge is so that I can do it. And
Bless you.
see, the Lord doesn't even want me to do it. I'm over here sneezing it away.
Since when do you care?
Valid point. But yeah, I don't know. I've thought about doing it, but probably not just shaking my nyash.
You've not seen the girls doing the titties as well?
I'm not gonna make it sexual.
Oh, please.
But I've seen a lot of like hate about it.
People can go and fuck themselves. Like, what is your problem with women shaking nyash? We've been doing it for years. It's just those guys who are not getting the videos who are bitter.
I know.
Because the guys who are getting those videos or who are watching them, they're perfectly okay.
They're fine.
They're
Let
fine.
me tell you, it's blowing up because of those black women shaking nyash.
Yeah.
Okay. And the little booty community and little titty communities, you don't have a little booty, honey. Calm down.
Okay,
Please.
little titty community.
Do not offend us. But yeah, I think like do whatever the fuck you want to do, honestly speaking.
But let's talk about that a little bit, because I think there's a perspective of digital footprint that a lot of people it's a debate, it's an ongoing debate, because see, the workforce is changing. People realize that your personal life is separate than your work life. However, being in a country like we live in, and we have 60-year-olds in positions that they could have been in a grave in. Fossils, exactly. We have fossils, so them lot care about this shit.
Yeah.
So how do you maneuver an industry and a workforce like this? Because it's quite difficult, especially for me. The other day I woke up, I went and archived all my bikini pictures because I'm just like, are people taking... Yeah. And then I brought them back because I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, are people not taking me seriously just because I post nyash on my IG? You know what I mean? So I was like, maybe I need to rebrand Kiasi and just bring a more professional side, because right now... that's what I'm trying to attract, professional success. So it's quite difficult that the issue is just the policy makers, the fossils. I mean, if the fossils are gone, I don't think it's a big issue.
Also, considering we have a very open-minded, like the millennials and the Gen Zs, they're very open-minded, right? Yeah. Like they don't care
what you do outside work. Yeah.
What you do outside work, of course it will affect you, because every single corporate or organization is going to do a background check on you. It's going to happen. Yeah. They're going to check your LinkedIn, then they'll check your Instagram, then they'll check your Twitter, then they'll check etc. Because also it affects them in one way or another, the things that you say, and you're claiming that you're associated with them.
Also, that's the best way to know who the person is.
Valid point. Yeah. And I'll tell you this. So my bosses always say how the hiring process. For them, they used to take the individual that they're about to hire or they're interviewing to the bar and just lima them with shots, because that's the best way to know an individual. But see, that's a very open-minded way of doing this, because they're
manipulative also. Just saying.
I don't mind, because let me tell you,
shots.
I do the exact same thing. But at the same time, they have a very open mind, right? They have a very open way of doing things. They don't think in a corporate manner.
Yeah.
They don't think in a corporate way. They think everybody's an individual, right? And it doesn't take the organization to change who you are. And that's exactly what people try to do, including like on social media. I was talking to Andy about my OnlyFans, right?
He's gonna be producing
Episode 50, right? Episode 50.
What about it?
Oh, okay. They didn't
Stay
need to
tuned.
know.
Stay tuned. I was talking about how I should post up my OnlyFans link, and he was just like, "Don't do it on
your main account."
My main account. Get a banner for it. I'm not saying like I have content on OnlyFans. I think I only have like one picture, and there's barely anything.
You can still subscribe.
Yeah, please give me that $5. that 700 bob will come in handy. But he was just like, get a banner, because also consider the profession that you're in, the people that you deal with, yada yada blah blah. Y'all, do you niggas know how much money I'd be making right now if it wasn't because of society?
But is it because there's ways you can go around it without even people knowing it's you if you really want to be in there?
Valid point, but
Yeah.
I got tattoos and shit, but
Cosplay.
valid. But yeah, I understand the fact that like social media plays a really
I feel like it'll
huge role.
still take some balance, especially in our country. I mean, abroad, I think maybe it could be changing. It's much more progressive.
Not really, considering the individuals who have been fired because they're like on OnlyFans or they've posted something on their socials that is not acceptable.
I don't know. I just think it's pretty useless. If I can get the job done and I can get the job correctly, it doesn't matter what I do with my coochie outside. I could post it if I wanted to. But yeah, I just think that's usually why I feel like sometimes I also try not to do these trends as much as I want to do them, because I'm just like, I have to see where I'm living, what profession I'm in, and if I need to create some success, I need to be a bit serious. But anyway, I'll still post nyash once in a while. Sprinkle.
I only sprinkle. I only have one very risque
Photo.
not even photo, like picture or video, and it's on my TikTok.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing that I think I've ever posted. And I look at it and I'm just like, if anybody walks into my, like stumbles upon my TikTok, are they gonna look at it and be like, okay, firstly, she looks naked.
Yeah.
Secondly, why would she post something like this? It's sexual. Blah.
Same.
Like I've thought about it so many times and I'm like, should I archive it? Should I delete it? And then I'm like,
because after deleting mine, I'm just like, okay, but then that's who I am, and plus I'm not posting it to make as that's the prime content I post.
Yeah.
I go on vacation, I put my nyash out. So
also my thing is, listen, when we're on the beach, don't you see me with a bikini on or a two-piece?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
So what's the difference between me being on a beach or in a pool with my two-piece or one-piece or whatever and me posting it on the gram?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the same damn thing. It's just that you have more time to look at it, you know? Either way, if we're on the beach or we're at the pool, you're going to look at it.
Exactly. But I don't know. I'm still very, I still don't know what to do with my socials. Sometimes I'm like, do I put my private out? Like, I don't put a lot of my private life, private out there per se. I just put some stuff, but I'm still always in that consistent limbo of, is this appropriate or not?
Or not. Yeah. It's always going to happen, I think, mainly considering the space we're in.
So why is somebody calling me like the world is ending? Guy.
Do you want to pick up?
Nope.
Okay. Bad transition. My friends are blowing up their phone.
Okay, I can
as
see
well. What's
one here.
happening?
Okay, Andy posted this on the feedback thingy.
Oh, yeah.
So he says, do y'all have conversations about your vaginas and vaginal health with your men, or is it something that makes either party uncomfortable? Depends who the guy is. Speaking from experience, you can find you speaking about your vagina to men and be like, oh, don't tell me so much, TMI, shut up.
Is it?
Girl, I've gone through it in this place anyway.
I think I deal with very men.
Men. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's
masculine.
Masculine men who are not, what's the word? They know themselves.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily, how do I put this? I don't know how to help
They're not
me.
squirmish when it
Yeah,
comes
they're
to
not squamish,
okay.
or like they know what life is about and what woman is
They
about
knew
as
grown
well.
women have vaginas, and we can talk about
some
them.
grown man shit, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. I like that shit.
Some grown man shit. So, like, I literally tell the men that I'm dealing with, like, I had to go for a dump first.
Yeah.
I went on a date a week ago.
Yeah.
I went on a date a week ago.
How was the date?
Was it even a date? I don't think it was a date. Like, we're just
Why
catching
did you
up
take
on.
it for coffee or?
No,
Thank
we went
God.
to drink.
Oh, that's good.
Because
he got the
needed
first
it.
thing right.
We needed it. Oh no, also because we had been talking about it for a minute, and he owed me shots. So
You have to pay your dues.
the shots were given. So yeah, I forget.
flashbacks.
No.
She got it.
No. I didn't say shit. So anyway, so I went on. I met this man for drinks, and I was explaining why because I was a little bit late. I was like 5 minutes late or whatever, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm late. Like I'm a timekeeper usually, and he was like, oh no, it's okay. What happened? And I'm just like, I had to go home and like take a shower and change, and then I was like, honestly, let me not even lie to you. I didn't go home to shower. I went to take a dump. I really needed to take a dump, and he laughed about it.
Yeah.
So I've gotten to a point where even like with the men I'm dealing with, I want us to be so comfortable with each other to the point where I can tell you I'm going to take a dump.
Yeah.
And to the point where like if you're about to eat me out, you can be like, let's take a shower first, or you get what I mean? Things like that. Because usually I feel like I'm the one who's more conscious about my vaginal health than they are. Like they'll go down on me and I'm just like, no,
Just
it's,
wait.
It's Jamita, and they're like, nah, this is
We
this,
like the mask.
This moss pussy.
Moss pussy.
So yeah, I think it depends on the man that
I
you
think
deal
it really
with.
does depend on the man but all I'm saying is no matter what reaction that man gives you as a woman, I don't think you should ever be shy about speaking about your vagina and your vaginal health. I know
Valid.
it's not easy. It depends on a lot of things, how you grew up and whatever. But if you reach a stage where you think you need to be talking about it,
Talk about
just
it.
talk about it. Even if he's squirmish, talk about it so
Valid.
you can stop being squirmish. And yeah, it depends on the man. Like for personally, I will tell you everything. Like even before, sometimes like when you get off your period, you still have that sort of metallic kind of a taste. Yeah, I'll warn you. I'll tell you, I just got off my period like 2 days ago.
Facts.
So just keep in mind. Also, let me go take a shower before we get here. And it's cool. It works.
The communicate. I don't think people understand how important communication is. Communication is so vital because I mean, if you don't know what you want, or if you're not comfortable in yourself, then how will someone else know it?
Exactly.
It's the same way. Like you can't be loved if you don't love yourself.
Una drop my gems.
Oprah Winfrey up in this bitch, honey. Okay. Welcome to
But
my
like
TED Talk.
Austin, how do you react if just compare? I want to see the transition because obviously even for men there's a lot of growing up to do. So as a guy, if a girl was talking to you about her vaginal health in your younger days to now, is there a difference on how you receive that information?
Yes.
Yeah.
In my younger days, I would be dismissive. I would actually just say, do you need to talk to a gynecologist or something? But right now, I'm actually invested. If at all you're one person that tunalala na wewe, I would actually want to know how your reproductive health is and how I can be of help, say by listening or probably preparation of the foods that you need, or even the buying of the cleaning material.
Don't clean your vagina with products, honeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Unless
But there's some women who like that stuff. Yeah. So maybe,
I mean, organic ones, yeah, sure. You know.
Okay. Yeah. So
Shout out to Honey Pot. But
I think there was a time I was talking to an ex of mine. She was telling me about that
menstrual cup.
Yes. And I didn't know how it works. Yeah. So she was explaining it to me, and I was like, if you remove it, is it not going to spill over? And she showed me how it's done, and that's something that men need to understand as well.
Yeah.
Because it's very intricate when it comes to women, and we need to understand where you guys are coming from, not from an intrusive point of view, but like
informative.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Valid point.
Austin is single, by the way. Is he? Wait, don't tell me.
Come on,
I was trying to plug you. Okay, I don't. If you're celibate, that doesn't count. He's still single.
Yes, still
honey,
celibate.
honey.
Still celibate.
Still
Moving
Okay,
on.
that's fine. You
Oh,
know,
boy,
there's
is
some-
good, honey.
Maybe we have women who are celibate and need companionship.
Band transition. Hammer, we already do that.
Why are you running away?
Austin's like, just get out
Why
of my
you
face.
tell us, honey?
Let's
Why are you
talk
running
about
away? Una blush.
We've already had a bad transition.
Una blush.
Stop it.
You said stop. Stop it. Okay, we're done. We're done.
We're done. And we're Austin. Okay. But since we're still speaking about the vaginal health thingy, do you think guys find it weird talking about their penises apart from the size? Because most guys just talk about their penis sizes, right?
I don't know, most men just talk about how large it is.
Yeah. Do they ever talk to you about how it looks?
So, okay, I think I can't. If I comment on this, then it's not. I have very open friends, right?
Let's not count our friends. Let's talk about men. Our friends are
Men in
hoes.
general, exactly.
Yeah.
But valid point. I mean, that's why we're friends.
I mean,
But see, I'm talking from a point of view of this. This is what I know, you know. But the men that I know, the men that I hang out with, usually they wouldn't talk about it to that extent. But they will mention certain things.
Yeah.
Even sometimes it's not a matter of like it's the girth or how long it is or how big it is, blah blah blah. It's more from the perspective of it's what you do with it. It's not the size, blah blah blah. Or, you know, we talk about our escapades sometimes. And
I have a question.
why are
for
you hating yourself?
It's just trying not to bust into tears. So, have you ever been with an uncircumcised penis?
Yes.
Which one do you prefer?
To be honest.
Ninja
And I
Turtle.
think I mentioned this on the podcast, on the mics, and the niggas were not understanding what I was trying to say.
Oh, the mushroom one.
Yeah. So okay,
Me.
when I said having, sorry, I apologize, Austin. We know how close it needs to be. Need direction, Rashida.
Just
When I said having sexual interaction with this individual, I didn't even realize
is it?
that it was uncircumcised. I just
How?
thought they had a little bit more like extra skin or whatever. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Then at some point I was just like, wait a minute. Is it actually? Because, you know, like when you're sucking dick, sometimes you have to like,
Yeah.
right?
You have to.
But I think like his hygiene was top. So that wasn't an issue, blah, blah. I enjoyed it, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
he was my go-to for a very long time. And I even asked him and he was just like, you didn't know? And I was like, no. Actually, he mentioned it randomly and I was like, so you are uncircumcised? And he was like, yeah. I'm like,
Wait.
that makes so much sense.
How did you not see the little mushroom skin? Did he usually pull it back before he takes his dick out?
It was
I mean,
it was girthy. It was a good size. So
I'm just looking at the aesthetic value. I'm just trying to figure out how
The
you
skin
did not
pulls
see.
back.
So did you do it for him, or did he just already do it
I don't
before?
know.
Oh, you did.
You
it.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. As in when
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
feel you. It automatically happened, so you never got a chance to put. Oh.
Yeah, and when I did, that's when I was just like, it's a little bit more skin than,
That's
you know.
nice.
So I'm not going to compare and say I like one more than the other.
Yeah. I think I have a preference nowadays.
Really?
Yeah.
Which is?
Circumcised.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I just think it reduces the work. Plus, it reduces
In terms of?
injuries, man. I don't know.
to who? You?
To the guy.
Okay.
Because, like, that shit gets stuck in zippers and stuff. You know that, right?
Oh, no, that's none of my business.
But
It's only my business when I'm in bed.
But now, hear me out. When I'm in bed with you, like, I don't know. I'm always scared. What if I tug on it or something?
What if you what?
I tug on it. I don't know, Ashley.
Tug on it with what?
I don't know. I just don't like it. I just don't like the extra piece of skin. I don't know. Yeah. Just
Clearly not girthy enough.
well,
Sorry. I was a little unhinged.
now that I think
You
about
think?
it, no. Yeah, now that I think about it, maybe that. No, I just think for me, it's the fact that there's extra skin that I don't like. That's about it. Yeah, I don't think it's anything else.
Okay.
I just like the stuff shaven. It's like having a popsicle with a paper bag on it. So same thing. I don't.
This analogies are wild.
I like the new you.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at Nimra.
Keep
She's growing.
Shut up.
She's growing. But I don't know. I don't know. I've only been with one. And I've enjoyed it, so I probably will do it again.
Yeah.
I,
Just make sure it's girthy enough. So
yeah, but you know, you never know. I mean, men walk around with big dick energy. I just know how to pick my dicks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Selector.
If you've been selected by me, good for you. You're doing very well. Stayed skip. Move on. But yeah, enough about our sex lives.
What do we talk about? I don't even have anything to talk about. Let's go check my notes again. I don't know why we're doing this like this. Some days, I mean, it's been a tough week. I have like NSIMs coming and I'm crying.
Aww.
Anyway.
This uni thing is...
You know,
I
was gonna
encourage you
say,
to drop out, but...
I mean, will you pay my bills? Yes.
No.
I can be a sugar baby.
No. I'm looking for a sugar daddy, honey. So I can't be anybody's sugar...
Mama?
Mama? Yeah.
Ooh, you make a hot sugar mama.
I thank you. Let me get some money and then we can see what to do.
All right. You know, I was going to say skip sex thing, but then again, I realized our last thing on our notes is also sex. Something somebody has said mid-sex that has turned you off. We're back to the sex list.
It's one of those podcasts.
Yeah.
It's one of
This
those.
is very sexual.
Might as well.
Let's roll with it. Again, I have very good experiences.
There's no point to this podcast if you're going to not be honest. You've never told me there's one time somebody said something to you and it just went voop dry, even in your younger days. No one's talking about right now.
Even when I broke my virginity, it was a very good experience. I have very good sexual experiences.
Cap.
Anyway,
You think so?
Cap.
You think so?
Yes.
You go first. Maybe let me think about it a little bit.
So, there's one time, this is a very long time ago, I was giving this guy some nice sloppy, all right? And then, I'm sorry, he had a nice voice, like Austin, you know, nice bass and everything, until it got to the point he was about to... Sorry.
Was it?
No, that's still okay, babe. That's still fine. This guy had a whole soprano going on. Like his voice literally went to my level voice.
Oh, that's cute.
And I'm like, at that time it was not cute.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm just like, and I don't know him like that. You know, we're not involved for a long time. This was one of those we're hanging out. Okay, we've gotten here. Okay, cool. I'll do it. Okay. Then you moan like that? I'm just like, trust me, I was dry in 0.2 seconds. I've never been that dry like that in my life.
Jesus
even if I was doing
Christ.
myself. No. Because for me, it just, I don't know, that scream.
It was a big ick.
That scream just went like...
It gave you the ick.
Sorry.
Honestly, let me look at my list. Yes, I have a list, guys. Do you have a list of like the men you've fucked?
I just remembered them in my head.
List.
I don't have a list.
I haven't updated it though recently, which I probably should.
Add it to the checkbox.
Fear women. Fear women.
The way she's smiling. Not even one thing. There's this guy, before we were getting into it, he told me, do you know how lucky you are to be here? I told him, fuck off.
Oh, you told me about
Remember
that one.
story? Something fishy.
Oh, yes.
Something fishy.
I don't think I've had a bad sexual
We're ending this podcast.
No, so this is the thing, right? I'm very picky about the people that I fuck. I'm very picky about the people that
You know, you can be as picky as you want, and then you still have the guy who just goes like, eh.
Valid point. But see, this is why my selection is premium, right? Let me give you the hacks here. You're looking at me like you're so disappointed in me. I think you're very impressed, but at the same time.
No, I'm not.
No.
Why?
Because you're capping.
I've looked through my list.
Okay, continue.
Oh, this is gonna sound very bad.
Say it.
So okay. So okay, there's one.
Like, Austin, please keep looking at her the way you are.
I'm not fat shaming. Yeah, but
We don't do that thing.
yeah, but then, like, I'm a big girl as well, you know,
Yeah.
right? And I think that was the only one experience where I was just like, I'd rather suck dick, or I'd rather you eat me out than me being in this situation. It was some time back, like 2020, 2019.
Why you couldn't see it underneath the tummy, Amma?
Like, it just wasn't
It was going in.
doing. I don't know if it was.
It wasn't simamaing.
I'm really hoping they
He
don't
wasn't
watch this.
soldiering.
No, he was soldiering. Lakini,
Yeah, because the tumbo is...
yeah.
So it was...
And even I have a fupa too, right? So ilikuwa tu
In her belly.
collide. So yeah, I think that's the one bad sex experience. But I
Shit.
never went back because
Of course not.
of course not. So if I've come back, yeah. So I think that's now I'm not capping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hadn't thought about that one. I won't even lie. They're not even on my list.
So basically, she only make the list if you were good. If you were trash, then...
But that's the thing. What I was
Sorry.
saying was I have a very specific way of picking individuals that I'm going to fuck. I never pity fuck.
Yeah.
Ever. I don't care how much you like me or how much you've been chasing me, or you know, we don't do that here because then I'm not going to be in the mood. Also, how you make out with me says so like it does.
We've
so
said this multiple times on this podcast.
you can make out with me. You might be amazing in bed, but the way you make out with me, if I'm not turned on by it, you can't make the list. You're not in the list.
Well, if you want to find a premium selection or not so premium, go check out that TikTok challenge called Bubbly Bubbly. Have you seen it? Bro.
Oh, the Kenyan jam.
Yeah, the Kenyan jam, the bubbly bubbly. So
Yes.
the guys are like bubbling their day. And all those short guys are winning, my friend.
Oh, let me
the
tell you.
short, skinny guys, all of them. And then, by the way, pro tip, if you want to watch it properly, play it in slow-mo. You can see everything.
Let me tell you, I have a type, right? I'm into chubby guys, right? Chubby or like masculine
Yeah,
niggas.
because we're big babes. We
Exactly.
We need like
also they're nice, like they know
Yeah.
how to deal with you, right?
cuddles.
Yeah, that too. You know, it's nice. But majority of them are usually taller than me,
Yeah.
or same height. Majority of the time taller. But the short niggas, oh my goodness,
That's where it's at,
do they not compensate?
right? Yep.
If you're trying to be picky about short men, something's gonna pick you, honey.
I've had a live experience. Like I knew this guy who was 6'3"? I don't know. Somewhere
That's tall
there.
as fuck, though.
Yeah, he was tall as fuck. Like absolutely my type in the other way sometimes. Tall, dark, handsome, sporty, fit. So I'd expected. The good thing is I always make sure I get a feel before, because I will know. And also I can make it hard in like 2 seconds. So I'll just know if it's good enough. Yeah, anyway, making out. And then I did a tester. I was like disappointed.
Why?
Go small.
Do you really think size matters?
For me, it can't be that small either.
But maybe he's a grower.
Well, it was the point where he needs to grow. He was already hard and grown.
Maybe he needs some more time.
Nah.
I've had an experience. Wow,
No,
this
no,
is
no,
a
no.
very sexual podcast.
Let's go.
Listen,
Let's go.
I've had an experience. Like I knew I was gonna fuck this man eventually, but I was, playing hard to get, blah blah. And there was a point where we're just being nasty as fuck. And where we were was extremely cold. And you know how that goes. And even he was just like, nah, don't go down. And I was just like, I want to make him grow, blah, blah. And he was just like, it's not going to happen right now. Like, it's fucking freezing. I'm extremely turned on, but I want to give you pleasure more than anything. And when I went down, that thing was non-existent. Right? Non-existent. And I was just like, oh, fuck me. Oh my God. Like I was disappointed, but at the same time, I was just like, let's give the man a chance. He already gave you a warning, like, it's fucking cold. We're freezing our asses off.
And it's scientific.
We
understand.
Right? And he was just like, it's not going to happen right now. Kudos to him because he was honest with me, right? But in my head, I was just like, I won't be able to fuck that. Like, he's not going to be able to penetrate. Then, got a little bit more comfortable, got a little warmer, the time has come. Honey, when I'm asking you if he's a grower, I know what I'm talking about. I know because there's so many situations that you might have thought he was hard, but maybe he actually wasn't hard enough.
Well, he sent me a dick pic of himself being super hard, and it wasn't all that.
Question, does size actually matter?
See, I told you, for me, at some point it does matter. It can't be, it just can't be too micro, I'm sorry. So when he sent the dick pic, I wasn't happy about it either. I was just like, no.
Said no.
I don't like it, I won't fuck it. It's not aesthetically pleasing.
Do you think he has talents in other fields?
Well, from the makeout game, I don't know. I was doubting it.
I can't defend him anymore.
Yeah, stop it. I don't even know why you're trying.
Yeah,
saying it's a bad experience.
Yeah, fact. Okay, fine. Because I like giving men opportunities, right?
You have one chance. You have one chance. I don't know. I'm sorry. If I can deliver in one chance, so can you. Period.
Let's talk about this. Yeah?
She's pissed.
Let's I'm not pissed. But it's a topic that Andy has even mentioned before, right? You will never hear a woman saying that she's bad in bed.
Well, I have been, but not right now. Honestly, in my learning curve, I've been bad. I didn't even give the best head, to be honest. Yeah. But post-learning curve, oh, yeah.
Do you think you're good in bed with everyone?
See, that boils down to compatibility.
Same way you were talking about he has a small dick.
Yeah.
It's probably the same way he was just like, or someone else would be like, I don't know, titties are too big or too small.
And that's cool. That's cool. But he was enemy, so he saw something. This bunda. That's cool. You're allowed to not like me from afar. It's okay.
No, valid point. But my thing is, women will never say they're bad in bed. Men will never say they're bad in bed as well, but they rarely brag about, okay, the ones who are bad in bed, I'm assuming, rarely brag about how good they are in bed or how they're going to pin you down or they're going to...
They are guys like that.
You.
And most of the time they're shitty.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's how you know big dick energy from,
from before. They don't talk too much.
They don't talk too much.
They just
when they do, it's intentional. Like you can tell it's from... Thoughts?
Thoughts on what?
Everything.
It's just like I'm so done with this business.
Okay. First things first, I tend to agree with... Andy's statement. Women will never agree that they're good in bed. They're bad in bed. You guys will always make it a point of, nah, this man didn't do this, or like
blame the man.
Like Nimrod says, his member was not of the desired size. We try to always overcompensate to your own benefit, but when it comes to the reciprocation, we get the raw end of the deal. We get pillow princesses. You tell somebody, oh, do you mind coming on top? And there's like, oh, babe, I'm tired, my knees.
Get a new person.
Okay.
She'll sit on it.
So basically, women need to also be held accountable when it comes to sex.
I fully agree.
Yeah.
I had an interaction with someone recently, and mid interaction, mid coitus, he went soft,
Okay.
right?
I'm not going to judge you for that.
Yeah, no, valid point.
Super.
But usually it's seen as the guy's problem. But for me, how I looked at it was, okay, maybe he doesn't like something that I'm doing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's on me,
Yeah.
right? And for him, it was just like, I mean, we're boozed up. And for him, it was just like, the Jaegers
It's
are
the alcohol. Yeah.
you know, and he was just like, give me a minute. And I was just like, oh, you just had to look at it. I said, okay, let's proceed.
Yeah.
Right? But automatically, like, even for me afterwards, I was just like, should I ask him, like, where exactly did you go soft? Because usually, even for men,
Yeah.
I think they kind of panic when that happens.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
It's
We
kind of a
actually-
panic of, oh shit, now
Yeah.
she's gonna think like
Like,
my
I
shit is
can't get-
malfunctioning
yeah.
or some shit like that, or I can't stay hard, or, you know, I can't please her to the extent that she wants to. So also, man, don't give yourself so much pressure. Like, don't let this women.
I think we've said this
Give
again
you
in a
pressure.
previous podcast. Like the post-sex conversation, especially with someone that you're consistently involved with, is so important. Like feedback stage. Like when you're cuddling, just maybe talk to them or maybe ask them if there's something that they liked and something that they didn't like and something that they enjoy and prefer. And it just makes it better.
Would you be would you be, what's the word? Receptive
Yeah.
to that information?
All the time.
Like if I tell you, yo, I didn't like the way you gave me the
Yeah.
sloppy toppy.
I would be like in the middle of it, and this person would be like, "Yeah, just move a bit on this way. It's you're not doing it
Look.
right." And I'd be like, "Okay, I'll move on the right."
Le-
It, for me, depends on how. I'm not saying like you shouldn't. Please go ahead, because I feel like the only way you can make your sexual life better is by talking
Communication.
about what you enjoy. So if you're able to tell this person that I liked this and I didn't like that. Because I've been in a situation where I'd walk in and let's say there's an act that I enjoy, but
You're
today,
gonna ask for it.
Yeah, I'll ask for it, and this person knows. But today I'm not feeling it that way. I'll just walk in and be like, yeah, by the way, today don't do that thing that I like because I'm not feeling it today. Let's do the other thing that I like.
Also, I think the reason the communication usually is in there, like both parties are kind of shy
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think, babes, we need to be a
Communicative.
little bit less hard on ourselves as well. Because I feel like majority of the times when a man tells you to do something in a certain way, you get offended.
Yeah, it's not about you.
Yeah, you get offended and you're just like, yeah, you know.
Fuck this guy.
I've heard this from several people,
Yeah.
and that's why, like, afterwards they'll come and just they're like, she was using teeth or she was just laying there, but I
Yeah.
couldn't tell her shit. I just had to like go on and
Finish and move,
or
yeah.
pretend. I know men who have pretended to finish.
Yeah, I saw that stuff on the Twitter, and I'm like, what? What?
That guy who said that
The
she
guy who
spit on her back.
That's the one I saw, and I'm just like, what?
How do you pretend to finish? So I think we're so sensitive about this topic that it gets to a point where nobody's getting pleasure out of it.
Yeah.
It's a matter of communication. If you don't like how she's sucking your dick, just tell her, hey, babe.
Maybe if you just did this.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Like you're using too much teeth. Maybe do like walk me through. I like a man who walks me
you
through this.
Like show me how I can make your life better.
Exactly.
Like if you want me to touch it like this, tell me that I don't like my balls, or I like this done, or I like this done. Like just tell me and I'll do
through.
it.
If I'm doing the right thing, then tell me, yeah, that's what I like. Same thing as babes. Like if you don't like how he's pounding you,
Just tell him.
tell him chill, like not too fast, or you're
Yeah.
moving too slow, or literally walk him through if it's not.
Hema kila saa. Yeah. You should wrap this podcast.
Have we done enough time?
No. Let's go.
It's done. But it's true.
Walk each other through the sex, and actually it makes it so much more intense.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy that shit. Also, men moan.
Yeah.
Kindly.
Unless you have that soprano that I faced.
Not Nimrod soprano moaning. No. Just like a, you know, like.
Austin, give a demo, innit?
Whoa. Wrap this shit up. But you're gonna have such a great time editing this. Give us a lot of clips from this because sex ed is I forgot what I was gonna say.
She's so distracted.
It's liberating.
It's liberating. There's
Yeah.
someone who actually, there's a friend of mine who told me I'm one person who's so sexually liberated that I cannot be embarrassed by anything. And I told him, yeah. Like if anybody ever says something sexual to me, trust, believe. I'll probably say something
Worse than that. Oh, we saw it. We saw it at the Halloween party. We saw everything.
We're still talking about the Halloween party.
No, it's just related to what you were saying.
But no.
Yeah, she's like,
I wasn't sexual in any way.
Let's not go back there.
Let's
you can go
not.
check out that episode as well. It's called Sexy
Yeah,
Halloween.
and Andy threw me under the bus as well on the mic. So.
Oh, he did? I haven't watched this episode.
Oh, you should come to the mics.
you
You're
need to
formally
I need to
invited.
make my Mike's debut. I haven't made my Mike's debut
You
yet.
haven't, yeah. Then, okay, officially now, guys, episode 50, can we have guests?
Okay, yeah.
Right?
I
Hold
was
us
literally
accountable.
thinking about it the other day because I was seeing quite a number of guests that we could bring.
Oh, no, like, people
Yeah.
have asked me to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
And like, I may already have, I'm gonna put
At
the
least
list on
good.
on the feedback, whatever, for people who are gonna come. People who are also like in the podcasting community have asked.
collaborations.
The collaboration
Let's
is going to be heavy
Let's
on
go.
it. Our first guest, we are not going to tell them who our first guest
Who's
is.
our first guest? Do I
No.
know who's our first guest?
We'll tell you off
We'll
air.
tell you off mic.
I think
but
I already know.
we're planning for episode 50, first guest. It will be so much fun.
Why are you guys doing this to me?
So much
basically,
fun.
these guys meet up and then you decided this when you're recording the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have this information. I'm just explaining the backstory.
Either way, like, I mean, we'll tell you, right?
Of course.
Also, it's been a running conversation,
Yeah.
and we talked about episode 20, we talked about 25, like, but now the big 50.
It's going to be interesting
yeah
to have guests.
Oh, we've already had a guest.
We've
had
had
Leia.
one guest, just Leia.
Yeah.
We were supposed to continue after Leia to have other guests,
But
and then we
that
just
didn't
chilled.
happen, yeah. But I mean, everything in its own time.
But if there's somebody you want to see on the podcast with the girls, let us know. And
Fact.
we'll bring them. Or if you want to come through, let us know
Let
as
us
well.
know.
Shall we
Fact.
wrap this up?
Bye, bitches. Listen, protect yourself. Have fun. Let's all come together.
And if you're not coming, please let him know.